Leader-member exchange theory is deeply problematic. In fact, I don't like it. But it may be a model you want to adopt. It is certainly a theory you need to understand if you are to avoid the dark side. Favourites, but for the right reason, would be a simple description of leader-member exchange theory, or LMX. And that description contains within it the ethical tension between the dangers and ethical problems of favourites and the moral and philosophical get-out-of-jail-free card of for the right reason. Leader-member exchange theory suggests that leaders and their followers develop unique relationships, and that the quality of the exchanges, the social interactions between the leader and the member, have a profound impact on the performance of the followers. Let's start by understanding how leader-member exchange theory should work, the lighter side of LMX. Stage 1 is role-taking. When a new team member joins the team, they are a stranger, and the leader will start to evaluate their performance and assess what the leader considers to be their potential. At this stage, the relationship between the leader and the follower is pretty much a standard manager-employee relationship. Stage 2 is role-making. The team member is now no longer a stranger. And if the leader considers that they have suitable levels of potential, they will start to introduce them to new challenges, new opportunities to prove their performance and their potential. They are becoming part of an in-group of people that the leader favours. The leader will continue to assess their performance to ensure that they have earned their place in that in-group. Stage 3 is role committing. Now, the leader will cement the place of the follower within the in-group, sometimes through a formal initiation. The reward that the member gets is greater access to their leader and a reciprocal loyalty from the leader to the member. They also get opportunities for better work, for training, and ultimately for advancement. There are some positive outcomes that can flow from this. Membership of the in-group can lead to a greater level of loyalty from the member to the leader and to the organisation. However, we need to understand that there are also problems, and the first and most obvious problem is that loyalty may accrue to the leader but not to the organisation. Secondly, where there are in-groups, there are out-groups, and we'll return to that. But thirdly, there is the possibility that the trust that the follower develops for the leader is nothing more than a self-fulfilling prophecy. It may simply be that the leader is selecting for in-group membership those followers who are already more loyal. All of this suggests, at best, that LMX is flawed, at worst, that it has a dark side. So let's look at how LMX can go wrong. The dark side of leader-member exchange theory. Characterization of a follower's potential can be riddled with bias. At best, leaders might apply unclear and inconsistent standards in assessing their team members. At worst, the criteria they use may be unfair. Leaders may select members who are like them, who are present and visible, who are compliant, obsequious, or worse. But the biggest problem of LMX is that where there are in-groups, there are also out-groups. And members of a leader's in-group may not only value the favour of the leader, they may come to deprecate and denigrate members of the out-group, those who are not within the in-group. Members of the out-group may not only feel that they are not favoured, they may become alienated and even feel persecuted. Where there is an in-group, there is an out-group, and where there are in-groups and out-groups, there is discrimination. If leader-member exchange theory is so bad, then why am I telling you about it? LMX is not just a model for how we can create in-groups. It is also a model that explains what happens naturally in many leadership contexts. I'm explaining it to you so that you can avoid the negative repercussions of creating an outgroup. You can use LMX theory to understand how you perceive and act towards different members of your team. You can do this in 3 steps. Step 1. Identify outgroup members. You probably know who they are. But when you identify them, ask them, how did they fall out of favour? Be scrupulously honest with yourself about your judgments, about their behaviours and yours, and the biases that you have fallen prey to. Step 2. Re-establish the relationship. A good relationship between you and each team member is important for morale, for performance, and ultimately for a safe workplace environment. But be aware that outgroup members may initially be mistrustful of your attempts to rebuild the relationship, and sometimes with good cause. Meet each team member one-on-one. Ask questions and critically listen carefully to the answers you get. Where appropriate, make commitments. But remember this, you do not build trust by making promises. You build trust by the actions you take and the promises that you keep. So rebuild the relationship and rebuild trust through actions rather than through promises. Then start to build more frequent and deeper contact with all of your team members into your routine. A valuable part of this are the skills of management by walking about. Talking with each of your team members and giving each of them your time and apportioning it fairly. And step 3 is to look for opportunities to develop your outgroup members to bring them in line with the development opportunities that your in-group members have already had. The true value of LMX theory is in highlighting the unconscious biases that you have shown and consciously bringing balance back to your relationships with all of your team members. Actively correct any unfair treatment with recognition, praise, and opportunity. Give former outgroup members the chance to show their potential and to develop themselves, their performance, and their careers. Please do give this video a like if you've enjoyed it or learned from it. I'll be making loads more great management courses videos for you, so please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any of them. I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video, and in the meantime, keep learning.